when doing something long-term and extraordinary, something like the challenge I am doing right now, and the challenge this series is about, 100,000 push-ups, some of the benefits were hidden up until they show, up until you realize that something like that can come in handy, because you couldn't think of, for example, your status being simply boosted by doing something like that. Because status is the amount of respect you get from other people. And you probably know that it's important to have a high level of status. Like, the higher in the hierarchy of society you are, the more respect you get. That it's simply correlated. It's like even the other way. The more respect you get, the higher your status is. But working on your status is hard, obviously. It's not for everyone. That's how it should be. Because you have to make some good amount of money, which, except from time, also takes a lot of brain power, good idea, good willpower, commitment to the thing, also the relationship you have to create with other people, grant your status, but also you have to have a certain traits of your character, be valuable around important people, so they want you to be next to them. So improving your status isn't a really easy thing. But doing something like this, like the challenge this series is all about, really created some good sort of status for me. Like, it is a bit different from other things you do for status, because it also takes time, of course, and I believe that it's one of the major factors that makes something respectable, that you are able to commit pretty good amount of time and discipline yourself not to drop off the certain task, but work on it for multiple weeks or months, like in my case, the whole year. But when it comes to other things, you also have to have many traits that bring this status for you. Here, you can focus on doing one thing and people will still respect you way more. Like, right now, if I talk about it with the boys, with like my, for example, high school friends, and I say to them that I'm right now doing a challenge to do 100,000 push-ups in a single calendar year, they're like, what? Like, they couldn't see me in this way. They didn't think like a person they know could do something like that. They've heard about David Goggins, they've heard about Andrew Tate, Hamza, like people who do extraordinary stuff with money, with fitness, anything. But having someone next to you who does something extraordinary feels different. And being that extraordinary person grants you wave of respect from others. People look at you different while you talk about it. But you have to be loyal to this goal, because if you say that you want to do that, that maybe it will happen, it may change something. But if you say that, yeah, I'm trying to do 100,000 push-ups in the calendar year, maybe I will succeed. It doesn't give that power. You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in the task, and you have to be loyal to that task. I will do those push-ups. I'm on the way. And you can prove to yourself and to others by something you've already achieved. Like, it is one of the power that it grants you, that even after a week or two of being on track, you're able to back up your mind for the entirety of the challenge. This was the concept of the first David Goggins book, Can't Hurt Me. I believe it was called the cookie jar or something like that, where when times gets hard, you can back up yourself by your own successes of your past. So if you are doing those push-ups on the ground right now and you feel like you have to stop because it hurts, remind yourself of something you've achieved. This will give you like this extra power for the next 5 push-ups maybe. And if you focus on that, and if you are like on a good way to achieve that goal, no matter who you talk to about it, will respect you. You could go to David Goggins, and if you say to him that you are on track to do 100,000 push-ups in a single calendar year, you are about to run, I don't know, 500 kilometers, or even more, you are about to do 10,000 pull-ups, he's gonna respect you. He's gonna know that you are determined to do that. He's gonna see that while you are on track, you are likely to achieve this goal, and he will respect you. David Goggins could respect you. Other successful people could respect you. Your boys and friends and colleagues from your school or your work could respect you more. Girls could respect you more. That's also something that brings a lot of good energy to your life. When you focus on doing this kind of task, this hard long-term task, if you tell it to a girl on a date, for example, that you plan to do this amount of push-ups or something, and you are on track and you believe in yourself and you talk with confidence about it, she will see your commitment. And if she is a good wife material, a good girl, simply seeing you committed into something very hard for the sake of fitness, for the sake of training or discipline, because the purpose of doing something like that there's no one purpose. It brings up your fitness skills, your discipline, your mental focus. You could see for many things. It is something to prove to yourself, maybe. You just want to challenge yourself. You want to improve your masculinity. The amount of purposes are countless. But the girl will know that you're on something good. And if she is a good girl, she would like to have a man who is on a good track to achieve something good, rewarding, not degenerate. Seeing a man committed, seeing his commitment to something extraordinary in a good way, she would like to have such a man next to her as her boyfriend, as her husband in the future. So if you want to improve your game, also except from dating advice, except from dressing properly, except from working on your vulnerability, anything, bringing up your status by focusing on something like that will also help. Now go and make your way to a better future.